I'm Joe Willis. Welcome to this video lesson on the major scale. The first thing we're going to talk about is how the scale is constructed. All scales are constructed upon a fixed set of intervals. An interval is the distance in pitch between two notes. The smallest interval is a semitone. So if we take any note on our guitar and we move from that given note by one fret either up or down, we have moved by a semitone or a half step. If we move by 2 frets, then we have moved a whole step or a whole tone. Now most scales are constructed on a mixed set of tones and semitones. The way that the tones and semitones are organised is referred to as the intervallic definition of the scale. The intervallic definition of the major scale is tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, or whole step, half step, 3 whole steps and another half step. Okay, so if I take C as my start note and I now apply the intervallic definition of the major scale, this is what will transpire. We've got C, then upper tone, tone, upper semitone, another tone, and another tone, one more tone, and one more semitone. And there we have a C major scale. Why was it C major scale? Because my start note was C. The first note of the major scale is referred to as the tonic. The scale is named after its tonic. Now there is only one major scale, but we can play the major scale in 12 different keys. So if I was to start on C, I can play C major scale here, move up a semitone, I'll be playing C sharp major scale, up another semitone, D major scale, D sharp major scale or E flat, E major scale, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and one more and I'll be at C major scale again. So there you have it, one major scale played in 12 different keys and each named after its start note. So I played C major scale, C sharp major scale, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp and B major scales. Okay, if I'm asked to play a scale, I will play, but if I'm going to be improvising using the major scale, I've got a lot more available to me than just these 7 notes here, because the C major scale is everywhere on the guitar. The notes in the C major scale are C, D, E, F, G, A and B. We have those notes everywhere on the guitar, so I'm not now just limited to, I can take those same notes and play them up an octave and up another octave. So we've got all of that available to us. So what we're going to look at now is the major scale based in the key of C, and I'm going to show you 7 different fingerings for this scale. Here's the fingering for C major form 1. C major form 2, C major, form 3. C major, form 4. C major, form 5. C major, form 6. And C major, form 7. Okay, there we have the 7 fingerings of C major scale. We can use these same 7 fingerings to play the major scale in any other key. They'll be exactly the same fingerings, just in different positions. Okay, so what I'm going to do is practice these scales a lot. Practice one form at a time till you get used to each form, and then continue on to the next form. But don't try and do too many at once. You need to absorb each scale separately. Okay, in major scale video part 2 we'll be discussing other aspects of the major scale in terms of how the scale can be used in an improvising context, and also over which chords the scale can be played. So this will be a discussion on the harmonization of the major scale and what chords are developed from that major scale. Okay, been nice talking to you. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye. Hi, I'd just like to mention that for you guys who are really interested in getting your scales together, what I mean by that is really learning the theory behind the scales and how to connect scales one form into the next. Also learn all the diatonic chords and arpeggios that exist with each scale, and how to solo with the scale over a chord progression. Okay. Okay, so if you want to know all about this stuff, I've written a book dedicated to each scale. I've written a book for the major scale, the harmonic minor scale, melodic minor scale, natural minor scale, the whole tone scale, the blues scale, diminished scale. Okay, so, and also other books that I've written is a book dedicated to the blues, taking the blues from its very basic 3-chord trick up to a very advanced jazz blues. Another book that might be of interest to you is a subject that guitar players don't really have a good grip on, which is the subject of chord progression. I mean, too many guys are just playing power chords and just moving a power chord around the guitar and thinking that is a chord progression. Well, I'm sorry guys, it isn't really. If you want to really learn about chord progression, then pay a visit to my website where you can download any of these books. The website is learnguitarscalesonline.com. Okay guys, see you next time. Bye bye.